And we are pleased to have honored because today we have our honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dept. Our Registrar of the University, Dr. Pandey sir. Now we have Pro Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Rakesh Ranjan sir. Faculty members and dear students. Today we are celebrating World Tourism Day 2016. So I wish you all very happy World Tourism Day. Before going through the program, first I would request our students to switch off your phone so that no disturbance could occur during the program. One more request to our student is, sit down please. So first of all, I welcome to our chief guest of the University, Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, Pro Vice Chancellor sir, Registrar sir. So now I call upon Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, Professor Pro Vice Chancellor sir, Dr. Rakesh Ranjan, and Registrar of the University, Dr. Pandey sir, for the lighting the lamp. So I request Mr. Ashish Dhyani to coordinate with the lighting the lamp. Sir, today we are celebrating World Tourism Day. This day is being celebrated around the world today on 27 September since 1980. United Nations World Tourism Organization, which was established in the year 1974, whose resolution was passed on 27 September in 1969. Hence, this day has been chosen as to celebrate the World Tourism Day. Across the globe, this day is being celebrated keeping the same theme in center. The theme of the World Tourism Day 2016, that is Tourism for All, Promoting Universal Accessibility, decided by Secretary General United Nations World Tourism Organization. The UNWTO invites people across the globe to participate in World Tourism Day on 27 September every year. Tourism enterprises and organizations, colleges, universities, as well as government agencies with a special interest in tourism celebrate the event with various special events and activities. Different types of competition promoting tourism and activities like free entries to monuments, attractions, discount on or special offers by the tourism and hospitality service providers. In order to promote the tourism in particular region, respective governments and community leaders make a special announcement on and around 27 September. Peoples and tourism organizations are awarded for the best working in the field of tourism and hospitality industry. Sir, every year this day is being celebrated as this day with different theme announced by the UNWTO. The day aims to foster awareness among the international community about the importance of tourism and its social, cultural, political, economic and environmental values. Tourism has experienced continuous growth and deeper diversification to become one of the fastest growing economic sectors in the world. Foreign tourist arrivals around the world have increased from mere 25 million in the year 1950 to 1,118 million in 2015. UNWTO has also been observed that there are significant portions of society that do not have easy access to tourism. UNWTO also forecast that foreign tourist arrivals will reach around 2 million in the year 2030. Besides international tourism, significant development of domestic tourism has proved that tourism can play a very significant role in terms of social, cultural, political, economic and environmental development, even when tourism is suffering with terrorism at its peak. Modern tourism is closely linked to development and regularly includes more new tourist destinations and tourism types like religious tourism, adventure tourism, ecotourism, rural tourism, community-based tourism and so on. These dynamics has turned tourism industry into a key driver for socio-economic progress. It has become one of the major players in the international commerce and represents at the same time one of the main sources of income for many developing countries. According to UNWTO, in more than 150 countries, tourism is among top 5 industries in terms of GDP contribution, GNP calculation and employment generation. Tourism has share of about 10% in global gross national product and a similar share of direct, indirect and induced employment. Tourism sector offers considerable potential for economic and cultural development, particularly in terms of job creation, promoting decentralized local business cycle and value chains and strengthening local cultures. The World Tourism Organization affirms that tourism constitutes a right equally open to all, means right to tourism, which is mostly definitely a concrete expression of the right to rest and leisure, including reasonable limitations of working hours and periodic holidays with pay. But the reality demonstrates that limited working hours and periodic holidays with pay is not available to all. And there are many people that continue to be excluded from executing this right. In many developing countries, including India, where basic needs have not been yet guaranteed to a large section of the community. So, the right to tourism appears to be something very distant, while tourism has proven that it can be a resource in the battle against poverty. It can significantly contribute towards achieving the Millennium Development Goal (MDG) of United Nations, that is poverty alleviation and reduction. Even in many developed nations, it has been observed that there are significant portions of society that do not have easy access to tourism. For this reason, a so-called tourism for all, the theme of the United Nations, the theme of the World Tourism Day 2016, tourism for all promoting universal accessibility that can be made use by anyone is being promoted at an international level. It is a concept which integrates the ideas of accessible tourism, sustainable tourism, responsible tourism and social tourism. By the term accessible tourism, one intends the effort made to guarantee that tourism destinations and services are available and accessible to all, regardless of person's cultural profile, their permanent or cultural limitations and disabilities like physical, mental or sensory, or the special needs required by them, the needs of children or elderly, of leaders, policymakers, entrepreneurs, consumers, as we all, and tourism organizations and associations involved in the tourism industry, and minimizing the negative activities like terrorism and others. So, now after this introduction of World Tourism Day, now I would like to call Mr. Ashish Dhyani, Assistant Professor, Department of Hotel Management, to have some highlight about the department, the courses, and the role of hospitality industry towards tourism for all or promoting universal accessibility. So, Mr. Ashish Dhyani.
A very good morning to all. On behalf of the Department of Hotel Management and Tourism, I would like to welcome heartedly our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Professor Ravindra Bharadwaj, Pro-Vice Chancellor Sir, Professor Rakesh Ranjan Sir, and Registrar Sir, Dr. Viplav Kishore Pandey Sir. We all are feeling honored that you gave us some time out of your busy schedules to give us your gracious presence, sir. Last but not the least, thank you so much for providing us an opportunity as well as for these nurturing talents so that they can show your skills, that they can show their talents on the platform. Thank you so much, sir. Well, I would like to go to the beginning. The journey of the department started in the year 2013 with a motive to impart quality hospitality education among the students. But today, we can proudly say that we are conducting the curriculum with great efficiency, with such an elite infrastructure. It makes our laboratories best among the top colleges in the Uttarakhand state. The basic training vision, the training restaurant and bar, bakery laboratories, all are designed in such a way so as to impart contemporary education among these students. So live demonstrations and modern equipments provide a real life and a real time experience to these students. They get to learn in the live environments and they also get to know about the things which are actually delivered in the real time with great perfection on consistent basis. Presently, the department is offering a diploma in food and beverage production and food and beverage services, a degree in hotel management, that is BHM, a bachelor degree in tourism and travel management, and a doctoral degree in tourism is a most vibrant example of latest advancement. I would really express and appreciate my sincere regards to higher management for providing us such a wonderful, effective and efficient infrastructure so that we can continue with great zeal and can deliver the things with great consistency, building future managements. There are tremendous career possibilities with such courses. Just by taking that point into consideration, the students and they are quite fascinated and gets attracted towards hospitality and tourism related courses. The career prospect involves hotels, restaurants, cruise lines, airlines, hospitals, travel agencies, tour operators. Apart from that, it is the only curriculum that generates high opportunity in the form of entrepreneurship. Self-employment is a very important aspect. The doors are open for startups owning a restaurant or running a tour operation of their own. As government is emphasizing nowadays on self-employment, business startups with Make in India scheme, the chances soars high. For example, in Uttarakhand state, there is a scheme which is known as Veer Chandra Singh Garwadi Paratan Vikas Yojana, which enables the person to have 27% subsidy on the loan against establishing a hospitality concept, which is a very remarkable step taken by the state government. Now coming to the United Nations World Tourism Organization message, the theme decided for this year is Tourism for All, promoting universal accessibility. Accessibility nowadays is a major point of concern, as with the advancement in the modern modes of transport, the accessibility is much more easier. Still, there is a need of improvement with cost-effective, time-saving, convenient modes of transport. Legal formalities like getting a visa, visitor intended to stay abroad must get less time-consuming. Government of India, with their visa on arrival facilities to 54 countries, is at present is offering 180 countries the visa on arrival, which is a very remarkable step taken by the government to increase the foreign tourist arrivals in India. For Indian tourism sector, it is a very remarkable step taken by the government, and it will definitely lay a positive impact on forest and in foreign tourist arrivals as well as foreign exchange earning, which plays a very vital role in determining the economy of a country. Nowadays, The question that we have is, apart from what we have discussed, what Dr. Pankaj has emphasized, what are the legal formalities that are required? Passport and visa, and in terms of accessibility, modes of transport, accessibility to all, which means that people feel safe and secure. Like, we do have a remarkable number or a very huge number of women travelers which tend to travel with their children sometimes. So it is a safety and security apart from luxury, comfort, services that the hospitality industry provides. There are several other things like safety and security. Safety and security plays a very vital role in the hospitality industry, as no one can feel comfortable without the feeling of being safe and secure. Women travelers, women with children, senior citizens, and people who are physically challenged all must get opportunity to travel free without any inconvenience. A vibrant example for the same is Government of India's scheme Accessible India campaign. Also, as per the guidelines of Ministry of Tourism, all star category hotels, that is from 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, to 5 star, 5 star hotels, they should have a room especially designed for people with who are physically challenged physically, so that accessibility doesn't remain a major point of concern. Apart from that, babysitting services are also provided for families, working women, so that they can focus on their jobs, business, and all. Our newer concept, the concept is called as E-floors. The floors which are especially assigned to the female guests, so that they can feel secure and can enjoy their stay in the hotels. I would like to close my speech with I would like to again thank you all for your presence, for your patience, and above all, increasing accessibility for us all to the wonderful workplace and an institution and a family which concerns about us all. Thank you so much.
The entrepreneurs, enterprises, and almost all the stakeholders of the tourism industry. So thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Ashish Dani. Now we feel honored to have today our chief guest, key speaker of the program, our honorable chief guest, Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Ravindra Bharadwaj. Sir, you hardly need any introduction. Sir, we have made the campus very much vibrant under your dynamic leadership and by your distinguished work in the numerous capacity. Sir, you are great speaker, motivator, and of course a leader. So I would like to invite you, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to share your view and bless us with your kind words. Thank you, sir. So please, Professor Pankaj.
Good morning to all of you. First, I congratulate everyone, each one of you on this day of World Tourism. Tourism for all. My dear Dr. Ranjan, my dear Dr. Viplav Pandey, Dr. Pankaj, my colleagues in the tourism department. Of course, I need no introduction, but in which mood I am, in what fragrance of mind I am, I start speaking. The first thing, this young lady came and offered a vermilion on my forehead. Indian ladies are known to put a vermilion right in the center at the pineal gland. That gives the serenity to the person. And thus the point is the Agya Chakra. That is the Agya Chakra where the Haridwar to Ajmer, Delhi to Tirupati, Balaji. That means somewhere the tourism has been promoted more by Indian Railways than by the people. Every person after the work needs an entertainment, and tourism is an essential part of that, because he wants to see different things in his life and enjoy different things. I also have been traveling internationally on many occasions. But the three things which always concerned me and I always felt, one was the safety, The other was the wastage of food. Most of the hotel industry, tourism industry has a high amount of waste. That is why the cost is roughly 3 times. The food cost is 3.5 times in most of the places than the cost of production. Because the waste content is very, very high. This is what you have to think how to save this. So please think of this issue, disaster of the environment, food wastage, is very particular. India is already a leader in tourism because it has many tourist destinations. It is a rich cultural heritage of some 5,000 years. That is why India has a very high level of cultural heritage, and this is celebrated all over the world. But unfortunately, what you see with the tourism and hospitality, the quality.
Numerous variety of attractions we can say. The vast, large country India has almost widest variety of the tourism resources in the world. We have attractions, we have destinations, we have festivals for all seasons. We have tourism for 365 days. Even in India, around the states, across the country, we have festivals. We have festivals throughout the year. Sir, you talked about the 1 million on forehead. Really, this is our identity. This is our identity for which we Indians are known around the world. In India, especially, whenever the guest comes in our country, whenever the guest comes at a destination, we used to put over their head. If we come to Uttarakhand is especially. Now I welcome Kaushal and his team with that small stick.
मैं कौशल कृष्णा
आज होटल मैनेजमेंट के छात्रों ने एक नाटक तैयार किया है जिसका शीर्षक है अतिथि देवो भव। इस नाटक में आप देखेंगे कि कैसे गांव का लड़का जो बहुत पढ़ा लिखा नहीं है, जिसकी एजुकेशन इतनी हाई नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी वह अपने संस्कार के साथ अपने स्वभाव और एक अपनी अच्छी आदतों की वजह से कहाँ पर पहुँच गया। कहने का मतलब कि वो आज किस स्तर पर काम कर रहा है। तो आइए देखिए हमारा नाटक। इस नाटक में मुख्य पात्र हैं विजय, उसके पिताजी, उसका दोस्त, विजय के चाचा जी, एक विदेशी पर्यटक और एक चोर। तो जैसा कि हम सबकी जिंदगी में होता है, एक बच्चा और उसके पिताजी हमेशा हमें डांटते रहते हैं, ये करो वो करो, लेकिन हम अपने हमेशा दिल की सुनते हैं। यही होता है हमारे नाटक में। हमारा पात्र विजय जो कि अपनी ही दुनिया में रहता है और अपने ही मन के काम करता है, घूमना घामना ये उसकी दिल की हॉबियां हैं। तो आइए देखते हैं क्या कहते हैं विजय के पिताजी उससे।
विजय, सारा दिन इतने फिरता रहेगा, कुछ काम कर लिया कर। सारा दिन फिरता रहेगा खंडरा में। मैंने ये बता कि मिले तुझे
पीछा पड़ेगा सारा दिन। ये काम है ना मेरा बोलना था ना, तो यही पसंद है, इसी में जी लाकर मेरा तो यही करूँगा। ये ठीक हो गया तेरा।
नालायक है रही हो।
विजय और दुनिया सबसे अलग, सबसे बड़ी, कुछ भी नहीं सोचता था, बस अपने काम में। हम सबके रिश्तेदार होते हैं, विजय के लिए चाचा जी। तो आइए अब देखते हैं क्या होता है जब चाचा जी आते हैं विजय के घर।
और भाई कैसा है? राम राम है भाई का विजय, बात सुन। बाहर तेरा चच्चा बैठा है, जाके पैर पोंछो और चाय पानी पूछ।
आपको कितनी बार किया है, मेरे से ना हो रही कोई सेवा सावा, आप भी कर ले जो, मैं तो चाहते हैं आपके काम।
अरे बेटा, अतिथि हमारा भगवान हुए और उसे हम भगवान की तरफ पूजे हैं।
हम सबकी जिंदगी में एक दोस्त होता है जिससे हम अपनी दिल की बातें शेयर करते हैं और जो हमें अपनी दिल की बातें बताते हैं। विजय की जिंदगी में भी था उसका एक दोस्त। तो आइए देखें कैसे उसका दोस्त उसे अपनी दिल की बात बताता था और किस तरीके का व्यवहार करता था। आइए देखें।
विजय कैसा है? बढ़िया भाई, तेरी सुना?
बस बढ़िया। तू सुना किधर जा रहा है?
मैं कुछ बोलने चल रहा ना, खिलाने निकाल दूं मेरे लिए।
नहीं बस भाई, तेरा क्या है यार, सुबह शाम दिखता किला किला किला, क्या मिलता है किले जाके?
खिला बोल कुछ अंदर मेरा पानी से आप तो सेव कर लेंगे।
बस भाई रहने दे, मेरे को काम है यार।
ठीक है भाई, तेरी मर्जी।
ठीक है क्या?
ठीक है यार।
अब हर कहानी की तरह हमारी कहानी में भी ट्विस्ट आता है। ट्विस्ट ये है कि एक विदेशी पर्यटक जो कि बाहर से आया हुआ है और वह हमारे देश में घूम रहा है। घूमते घूमते उसका मिलाप एक ऐसे बंदे से होता है जो कि हमारी स्टोरी का हीरो तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है, वो है हमारी स्टोरी का विलन जो कि है एक चोर। तो आइए देखते हैं क्या होता है जब एक विदेशी पर्यटक मिलता है इस चोर से।
और भाई लोगों बढ़िया।
Hello. Can I help you? Yeah. Can I help you? Okay. Taking pictures, natural beauty, scenery and stuff. Now, so, for sure.
Bag will put here and I help you. Okay.
I need my bag. जैसा कि हर कहानी में होता है, हमेशा एक अच्छे इंसान को एक अच्छा इंसान मिलता ही है। हमारी कहानी में हुआ विजय, जिसकी हॉबी थी घूमना भागना, निकल गया था अपनी राह पर। तभी उसे मिला हमारा विदेशी पर्यटक। तो आइए देखें क्या होता है जब वो एक दूसरे से मिलते हैं।
Sorry man, can I help you? Can you help me? Somebody stole my bag. I lost my bag. Lost, you know? You know bag? Yeah, bag. Yeah, bag. I was taking pictures and a man came and he stole it from me. I lost it, completely lost. Yeah, lost. Man came, man. I was playing it and he suddenly came and he took it from me. Yeah, lost. Yeah, fat man.
डूबते हुए को मिला विजय का सहारा। विजय जो कि हमारा मुख्य पात्र है, उसकी मदद से विदेशी पर्यटक पहुंचा उस चोर तक। और देखिए क्या हुआ।
Yeah, that's the man. Hey, that's my bag. Yeah, everything is there. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you.
विजय जो कि बहुत एक सोच रखने वाला आदमी था, उसे लगा क्यों ना विदेशी पर्यटक को अपना ही गांव घुमा दिया जाए, ताकि वह ये देखे कि भारत क्या है, भारत की संस्कृति क्या है और जो गांव जिसमें वो आया है वो वाकई में खा गया। और उसने उसे हर एक जगह जो कि घूमने लायक थी और जो कि इस गांव की विरासत थी, हर जगह घुमाई। समय बीतता गया, 2 साल बाद उस विदेशी पर्यटक ने विजय की मदद की और आज विजय अपने ही ऑफिस में काम करता है। उसके ऑफिस में उसके पिताजी, उसके दोस्त और जितने भी उसके दोस्त हैं जो कि पर्यटन विभाग में काम करना चाहते थे, सब आज उसके विभाग में काम करते हैं। तो आइए देखिए कैसी है आज विजय की जिंदगी।
My dear colleagues and dear students, I am honored to be here on World Tourism Day. I was carefully listening to the speech by Dr. Pankaj where he was enumerating how this World Tourism Day has evolved and World Tourism came into existence in somewhere 1973, early 1970s. Look, in India, tourism was in existence since our inception and beginning. Though the form was different, I think you all know that on a particular religious day, the villagers and the people used to go to take dip in the Ganga, Holy Ganga. It was nothing. It was taking the people from one place to the Holy Ganga on, let's say, Ganga Dasara. It was a kind of tourism. So tourism was in existence and it was in a blood on Indian civilization. Though the formal tourism has come into place only recently. We have started developing tourism in India in many forms. I think many of the forms has been discussed as Vice Chancellor Sir was telling that we have got a religious circuit developed by Indian Railways. The recent one is hospitality tourism. In hospitality sectors, if you see the influx of the patients who are coming to India and getting treatment at a much cheaper rate is huge. Gurgaon, particularly Medanta, there is, it is the center of world hospitality tourism. And then again in Bangalore. So India is attracting in all forms. Services of sports is there, natural beauty, people are coming. Goa, the destination for the Russian tourists. And if you see the GDP of India, 5.6% of the GDP comes from tourism. But the challenges are ahead. One is safety and security. I think we are evolving. On newspaper, if you see that we find something unfortunate incidents that take place with the foreign tourists. That has to come down. And that will come down if we get educated. And we educate the people also, because everybody in India is not able to afford education, but they have got the accessibility of TV, they have got accessibility of social media. So through that, it is our responsibility to teach them to be humble, to be honest, and to be faithful to our tourists, because the safety is of prime importance. Secondly, environment. Though the growth of tourists is phenomenal in recent years, but it is affecting severely our tourism. I think there was a debate that how to curtail the deterioration in environment. And one of the recent terms that has been coined in last decade was green accounting. I think you may not have heard, or some of you may have heard about this term, green accounting. Green accounting is largely attached to tourism only. When you go to Missouri, you go spend money, come out happily, but how much you destroy their environment, that is never accounted. You pay money, you get discount and you are happy, but you never care about the environment. So there was a term and there is still research was going on that why can't we add certain tax to cater to improve the environment which tourists have destroyed. But I am not sure after GST how it can be implemented, because GST gives uniform taxation system. But we have to respect our environment while promoting tourism. Second and most important is
the wastage of food which Professor was mentioning. I think on WhatsApp you may have read certain small stories about Tata, that when he has gone to Europe and he has found that on on a restaurant that people of European origin they were only calling the food which they can finish, but Indians they were destroying, and while paying the bill, and the cop was called. And cop was called, the Indian were surprised. I'm paying the bill, man. I have ordered the food and I'm giving. But as per the Swiss rule, you can buy, but you cannot destroy. Because destroying means it is a finished product. You are growing on soil. You are watering environment. It is consuming CO2, oxygen, process, and then it is wasted. It is a huge process which is waste. And there are many deprived people. They are not getting those food. So we have to think of one way. If you are wasting food, add phenomenal amount of money on your bill, just to dishearten that you only order what you can eat. That is far more important. On the day of tourism and the kind of function which you have organized, I would like to congratulate the team of Dr. Pankaj, the dear students. The skit was fantastic. And I wish all the best to the department of the student on the day of tourism. If you see the theme, basically the guide, which was the Devanam, get wonderful fruit by guiding a nation. So if you are good to your profession tourism, you never know what you can get. Thank you very much. All the best. On tourism.
We do have a very good speaker, writer, poet here with us. Mr. ZEE is with us from the Department of Mass Communication. And I would like to invite him. Please, I request you all to give him a huge round of applause to Mr. ZEE from the Department of Mass Communication.
First of all, I congratulate my colleagues in the Department of Rural Management and Tourism Management. And my presence here has a lot to do with the grace and the graciousness of Dr. Pankaj. I always felt that within these 2 years that he is one of the guys who is very genuine, very sincere and very lovable. So I request you to clap for Mr. Pankaj Thakur. एक बार सभी तालियां बजाइए. The theme of the program today is the tourism, and I know that there are students who are from different parts of Uttarakhand here. Students, when this state was founded in the year 2000, the basic premise on it was discovered or it was established was the tourism. And 16 years have gone by, but still today we don't see any remarkable growth in the field of tourism in Uttarakhand. So I request all of you new budding entrepreneurs to create avenues where we can have growth for Uttarakhand in tourism. So you please keep that in your mind. And as far as the poem goes, I think I don't have anything in my mind, but I would say 2 lines to you. इन मजाजों कलाबों पे मुझे नाच करने दो, धड़कते दिल उफनती सांसों पे मोहब्बत को राज करने दो. ये आप सभी के लिए
अच्छा सा पोएम है जो कि उत्तराखंड और उत्तराखंड के जो पर्यटन संसाधन हैं उनको लेके हमको एक पोएम जो है वो डॉक्टर पंकज ठाकुर ने दिया. ठीक, तो छोटी सी और उत्तराखंड के सभी जिलों की संक्षिप्त मगर महत्वपूर्ण जानकारी इस कविता का टाइटल है, जो मैं आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करना चाहूँगा. मैंने जब इसको पढ़ा तो बड़ा अच्छा लगा. आशा रखता हूँ आप सब लोगों को भी पसंद आएगी. पोएम कुछ ऐसी है. आओ बच्चों देखिए झांकी उत्तराखंड धाम की, इस मिट्टी को झुककर चूमो, सशक्त करो प्रणाम भी. ये देखो अल्मोड़ा, यहाँ कितनी सुंदर हरियाली है, सबको है आकर्षित करती. धरती ये मतवाली है, दूर दूर तक दृश्य विडंबन। पदरा काली काली है, सबसे प्यारी नैना देवी झांकी यहाँ निराली है। जागेश्वर मंदिर में बसते घंटे सुबह और शाम जी, इस मिट्टी को झुककर चूमो, शत शत करो प्रणाम जी। जय हो उत्तराखंड, जय हो उत्तराखंड। बागेश्वर को देखो यहाँ कितना सुंदर विस्तार है, सुंदरता में इसकी महिमा चारों ओर अपार है। धरती से आकाश चूमते 5 गुरांस का प्यार है, सचमुच में ये पावन धरती स्वर्ग का अवतार है। मन को ठंडक मिलती है जब लेते हैं इसका नाम जी, इस मिट्टी को झुककर चूमो, सत सत करो प्रणाम जी। जय हो उत्तराखंड, जय हो उत्तराखंड। चमोली की तरफ पढ़ते हैं तो चमोली को शोभित करता बद्रीनाथ का धाम है। गोपेश्वर भी है यहाँ पर, हेमकुंड भी साथ है। औली में है बर्फ चमकती, सुबह दिन और रात है। फूलों की घाटी का सुंदरता में अद्भुत हाथ है। तब कुंड विष्णु प्रयाग पंच प्रयाग है जान जी, इस मिट्टी को झुककर चूमो, सत सत करो प्रणाम जी। जय हो उत्तराखंड, जय हो उत्तराखंड। चंपावत में बालेश्वर मंदिर है, बड़ा प्यारा है। रीठा साहिब यहाँ पर सिखों का गुरुद्वारा है। पंचेश्वर और देवी दुर्गा ने इस धरती को तारा है। नाथ के मंदिर का भी यहाँ बड़ा सहारा है। वन्य जीवों से भरे हुए हैं यहाँ के हरे मैदान जी, इस मिट्टी को झुककर चूमो, सत सत करो प्रणाम जी। जय हो उत्तराखंड, जय हो उत्तराखंड। अब बात हमारे अपने देहरादून की। देखो देहरादून यहाँ की है तो ये राजधानी, अंग्रेजों की सत्ता की यहाँ पर है निशानी। पारंपार है जीवन और मरण का, देखो यही आखिरी सार है। इस पावन धरती पर देवों ने भी किया बखान जी, इस मिट्टी को झुककर चूमो, सत सत करो प्रणाम।
Before starting my topic, I want to thank the organizer committee to conduct such a program, and giving us such a platform in which we can share our ideas. Accessible tourism for all is about the creation of environment that can cater for the needs of all of us, whether we are traveling or staying at home. Tourism is also the practice of traveling for pleasure, special in one's holiday. It is an organized journey during which we visit several places. On this year, WTD has was to spread the word about the importance and immense benefits of the world. This year, WTD celebration will be held in Bangkok. As we all know that tourism helps in the economic development of a country, which we can't underestimate it. It is a benefit people living in and around the tourist center financially. Fortunately for India, the Ministry of Tourism of the central government and the Department of the different state government are jointly trying to make the possible attempts to attract the tourists in our country. The tourists spend foreign currency which helps in the local revenue. The government has also made some tourist areas such as Amarnath, Kedarnath, Taj Mahal, Red Fort of Delhi, the Carbon Temple, etc. These areas are the main sources of foreign revenue. The tourists have been now accepted as industry like all the other industries. Thank you. Wishing you all a very happy World Tourism Day.